Hello and welcome to another episode of Ashaya Day Trip Productions. Today is Monday, September 29th of 2025, and I'm out here in Bentonville at a little park called Creekside Park, I believe. It's just kind of, I think, off of Turnbridge in that area. There's kind of just like apartment complexes all around. Just kind of flip this camera around. As you can see, they got like a little dog park. Looks like they have some tennis courts. And back there in the back, it looks like they have like I think that's probably a splash pad for the kids, which of course I believe they're probably closed at this time of year. But sometimes when I head on into work, I have to take some different routes, just depending on traffic. Sometimes accidents happen. So I was driving by one day on my way into work, and I saw this little park kind of off to the side, and so I wanted to kind of get my bike out, which I got back there in the back, and just kind of get out, right around a little bit. They do have some bike trails that kind of run up this way, so I'm just gonna kind of hook up the GoPro to the bike. And just as I mentioned in the last video, I did have a flat tire, and I was having a heck of a time trying to get the tire back on there once I got it fixed and all that. So hopefully it'll hold together. Just gonna kind of see how it goes. Don't plan on riding too far away from my vehicle, because I just don't want to get like broke down somewhere. So that's the game plan for today. So let's roll. I'm gonna go up this way a little bit. This is where the bike trail is. So I just kind of want to ride up here for a little bit. And of course, you know, still learning to ride a little bit, so I'm not the straightest bike rider, so that's the reason why I kind of want to get out places where there's not too many people out. Just might make it a little easier. And here are the apartments. It's quite a large complex. I think these are the trails at Bentonville, I do believe. Of course, another thing too is trying to get out where there's not a lot of traffic. I'm not real comfortable with the idea of being out in the middle of the road right now. So this looks to be a very nice trail. Right up this way a little bit. So if you're interested in coming out to this trail, I think it's just Turnbridge. You just kind of follow it around. You go through a couple of the roundabouts. So it's pretty easy to locate. It's kind of nice apartments. You know, you got easy access to the trail. So I'm not sure if all these complexes are one and the same. They might be different. Yeah, I'm not really trusting this bike very much, so I'm not going to go too far up. I think I'm going to put it back in the shop, but unfortunately, you know, I don't want to pay too much for a bike that basically was a couple $100, you know what I mean? pretty nice. Got a little slope to it, so right now I'm not pedaling. I'm just kind of rolling along. Just kind of avoid people as much as I can, so I don't run into anybody. But as you can see, it's pretty. It's got a pretty wide trail, so you know. People out with the dogs, and they do have a dog park. Let's go this way. So this right here, this is the Little Osage Creek Trail. So you might have to pedal a little bit. Ooh, okay, switch gears. Yeah, right about to do that. Nice little train. Nice little benches. You want to need to take a rest. Okay. Gonna be. I just thought it was gonna be just kind of a nice little neighborhood park. This is like a whole trail system. Out here, out in the country a little bit, you know, even though you're in town. We got road. Stop ahead. Okay. Well, I tell you what, since that is a stop ahead, I'm going to stop. It looks like you can just kind of go up around a little bit. Huh. Okay. I'll tell you what, let me get off my bike. I'm going to walk across street. I'm not going to ride my bike across the street, but I'll walk across. Might not be the most exciting YouTube video out there, but you know, sure think, you know, not too much to Bentonville outside of Walmart, so but they do have some little Nice little area for you. Out here. I'll spend all day out here. We got trails that go back into these, these are duplexes. A few people out, not too many. Like up here we are at the end. Alright. So this right here, okay, so this right here is Greenhouse Road. I'm not gonna get on out on Greenhouse Road. There is no bike trails and it is an extremely busy road, so I don't recommend riding a bike out on it. And that was just the Little Osage Creek. Okay, so right out there, that's where Greenhouse Road meets Airport Boulevard. And if you take a right, that takes you kind of back out towards Centerton. If you go left, you're going back towards Bentonville. That's not a bad little route, you know, if you got, you know, kids and stuff, or, you know, if you just like me, kind of beginner, get a little taller. Now I guess I'll head on back. Get off and walk across the street. Oh, I feel. Now I will say to you, I'm not too familiar with all these gears on bicycles. So I'm not quite sure what does what, and I don't think it's working right anyway. So I'll probably have to take it into your shop. The one I used for the tire was a Bentonville bike repair. We got a turtle. Okay, that's cool. If you can make it out, I'm sorry I'm on my GoPro. I don't really have a way to kind of really get a good view of it. That's pretty neat. Come out here, see some wildlife. Cute little turtle. Make them out right there. Not sure you can. bicycle that way if you can make that out. Got a nice little waterfall. It's really nice. This is part of the Osage Creek. I think I'm doing pretty good, all things considering. We're almost back to the main park now. I did see a sign when I was riding around. I kind of want to stop by back there and check it out. See what it says. See, that bench right there is real nice. It's a nice shady spot. I like this trail. The curves aren't too sharp, so it's kind of easy, especially when you're a beginner. I bet you could ride this trail off for a while. That's straight ahead, that's part of the trail too. Man, alright. Come up to the sign up here. Looked kind of interesting. Get up here and kind of walk. Kind of an open field. Okay. Oh, there goes the parking. And it says property donated by Tom and Cynthia Coughlin in honor of all law enforcement. And it says it's the future home of Benton County Sheriff's Office Police Athletic League, aka PAL, gym and sports complex for the future of Benton County youth. It's good size, not too big. One thing about Bentonville, Centerton especially, is the issue of parking. A lot of your neighborhood parks and all that aren't going to have much in the way of parking. And with the way this area has grown, to be honest with you, it kind of sucks. So that's pretty much around the park, per se. And it says that big thing right there, if you can make it out, says here. So here we are. That's not a bad park. Go this way for a minute. It's a walking trail. People ahead here. Can I show you what they got here as far as their playground area? Looks like they got a nice little climbing section for the kids. And also give you some information if you need to like to schedule an event or something out here. You can do that, check in on that. That's their splash pad up there, like I said, is closed for the season. Looks like they got a nice covered area for the adults. Kind of sit and supervise the kids. Come up here and kind of get a better view of it. Show you a little bit what it looks like. It's actually pretty good size. There you go. Looks like they got seating areas on both sides. And the parking lot's just kind of right over here. It looks like too they have a bike rack if you want to stow your or store your bicycles. I guess you call it stow if you want. And it looks like they got restrooms. And apparently this right here is a piece of artwork, and it says, "Please do not climb." So it's alright. Go over here, see what it says. Don't look like much, to be honest with you. Alvaro Bonfiglio, New York, uppercut, 2023. And it looks like it's made out of wood. Okay. And I don't see any other artwork out here. I don't know what they doing. I guess this must be some kind of sport field. I don't see anything that tells me what it is. But of course over here you got your tennis courts. I think they're tennis courts. They might, well, no, scratch that. I think they're pickleball, of course. Who does tennis anymore, right? It's all pickleball. Got some nice little seating areas out here. Let's see what this sign says. And it is a pickleball complex, and park hours are daylight to 11 p.m. Gives you a little bit of information about the regulations. And it looks like they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 7. 5. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like they got 8 different pickleball courts. Of course, nobody's playing right now since it is a Monday. Seating if you just want to come out and observe. I tell you what, I am very, very impressed. This is a very, very, very nice park. Can't say very, very enough. So since I'm feeling kind of adventurous, I think maybe now I'm going to kind of maybe ride up the other way just a little bit. See what's going on the other side. Once I get out of the parking lot. Still riding in the parking lot. Gonna get out of the parking lot. Getting a little tired. I don't think I'm going to ride too far. Well, it's eventually, hopefully, I can figure out what gears do what. I don't have to do this strenuous pedaling. So I feel it. Oh, you know what? I think this is just going to come right out along Airport Boulevard. Okay. Airport Boulevard is a pretty busy highway. Just so you know, and I will not be crossing that street. That's pretty cool. Looks like there's the pop-up, I guess you get drinks there. Looks like they got a little skeleton though. Looks like got a gym. sidewalk that goes along Airport Boulevard. We also probably named the Southwest Regional Airport Boulevard. As you can see, it's very busy. And somebody's enjoying their car ride. See them rocking out over there, just kind of singing along. All right. On the way back. So there you go. This is Creekside Park out here in Bentonville. Not quite sure. Don't run around off the road. Not quite sure what street it is, but you can find it. And of course, you can look it up online. Very nice park. Alright, so I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Just wanted to get out and ride the bike, try to get my practice in so I can certainly get out and do some more bike riding adventures. I was out here at Creekside Park in Bentonville, and it is a beautiful park. I will give it an absolute 10 out of 10. With the new complex they're going to be building for the what's that, Police Academy League, whatever it is, that would be about my only concern as far as just parking. I don't know what that's going to look like, but maybe they'll put in a little parking lot over that way. So that's going to be interesting how that works out. Not quite sure when all of that's going to start taking place. But it is indeed a beautiful park. You got pickleball, you got a dog park, you got plenty of walking, you got bike trails. There's not really any food. They do have restrooms out here though, but you know, it's a really nice park, so I would highly recommend it if you are in the area. So that's gonna do it all for me today. Until next time, bye.